Have you ever considered selling your investment property, but the thought of paying hefty taxes has caused you to hesitate? A 1031 exchange might be the solution to your problem. Scott Himelstein with the Scott Himelstein Group. So a 1031 exchange, also known as a like-kind exchange, is a provision with the U.S. Internal Revenue Code that allows real estate investors to defer capital gains taxes on the sale of their investment property by reinvesting the proceeds into a similar property. So how does the 1031 exchange work? Well, to qualify for a 1031 exchange, the property must be held for business purposes. So it has to be investment or business purposes. It can't be for your own primary or personal use. So once you decide to sell your investment property, you have 45 days to identify potential replacement properties and 180 days to be able to close on the purchase of that replacement property. So it's really essential that you work with a qualified intermediary, which they call a 1031 exchange company, and they will hold the funds from the sale and facilitate the purchase of the replacement property, ensuring that everything is compliant with the IRS. So the primary advantage of being able to do a 1031 is the ability to defer paying capital gains taxes, allow investors to keep more of their profits and reinvest into higher value properties. And that's how the wealth building begins, by continuously exchanging into larger or higher performing properties. So the 1031 exchange can be really valuable as an estate planning tool, as it allows investors to pass on investment properties to their heirs with a stepped up basis, potentially reducing their future tax burden. So there's a couple things to know. Most importantly, you really need to talk to your tax professional before you actually do it. One incredible benefit of doing a 1031 exchange that a lot of investors don't talk about is the ability to actually move in and make it your personal residence after just 2 years. Let me give you a fantastic example. So recently, we had one of our sellers here in the San Fernando Valley. They sold their rental property here in Los Angeles County, and it was their dream for them to be able to move to a beach property and retire there in the future. So they ended up buying a condo in Oxnard, and as a result, in a few years, they're going to have the ability, when they're ready to retire, that will end up being their primary residence. So just another great example of how the 1031 allows you to be able to do a lot of things that you might have not have been able to do without actually doing it. Any questions about 1031 exchanges, feel free to reach out. Give me a call, 818-396-3311, 818-396-3311, and thanks for watching our vlog.